Hey guys, how's it going? Carl here, North Coast Constrictors, all the way from Ballito, South Africa. Got a great video for you tonight, whenever you're watching. We're going to show you a couple of the females that we've got for next year's breeding season. Also going to put out a couple of females that we're breeding for this season. And then a couple of hatchlings or yearlings that I haven't yet shown on this channel. So I've done quite a lot of videos on breeding ball pythons for the beginners. Guys, scroll back and have a look at that if you're a first year breeder and you want to watch a video on how to do a setup to breed your ball pythons for the first time. There's also videos on incubation and so on and so forth. So this video is just a general video. I want to just show you a couple of really awesome snakes. A couple of snakes that are, I believe, there's not a lot of guys working on some of these projects this year. And I'm going to be working on some of them. So let's just go right off the bat. Let's just start off with a really amazing male. And I'm going to pull out of here. Excuse my back while I pull him out. Now this guy's an incredible snake. Unfortunately, he is going into the blue. For those of you that don't know what going into the blue or in the blue means, it means that he's about to go into shed. Okay, so we call it going into the blue because if you look at their eyes, there's a protective layer of liquid that goes between the eye and the eye cap, and that makes it go like a milky blue color. Okay, and that protects the eye when the snake sheds, because when it sheds its skin, it sheds all of its skin, including the eye and the sheath of skin over the eye cap, and a new one is formed. Okay, and that layer of liquid protects the eye while that process is taking place. So it looks almost bluish, and that's why we call it in the blue. This, though, is an absolute powerhouse. It is a super inchi candy. All right. Beautiful snake. Now we can pair this snake up to candy, albino, and we can pair it up to albino. Candy, albino, and Candino. Candino is a combination of candy and albino. So this being a candy, if I pair him up to an albino, we'll get Candinos from this male. So he hasn't been paired yet, but he is going to be paired to this black pastel albino here. I'm going to be very gentle with her because I fed her 24 hours ago. What's stunning about this female is that she's got black pastel in her, and he is a super inchi. So everything will be inchi. Okay, we'll get candinos, inchi candinos. We may even get some black pastel inchi candinos. All right, and we could get yeah, I think that's it. I think that about covers it. Okay, but she is a female that is now ready to start taking a male, and that is going to be the male that goes with her this season. One of the females. Okay, another female that's going to go with that male is this beautiful pastel inchi candy. Okay, but she's not big enough. She needs another year. She needs to weigh at least 1,000. In my books, the way I breed is I like my females to be around the 1,800 gram mark to 2,000 grams before I start I'll pair them up at 1,500, but by the time they start getting gravid, they've already reached the 1,800 mark. So this is a pastel inchi candy. Okay, so candy is a recessive gene, so everything that comes out of that pairing next year will be candy. So and inchi candy. So she's pastel inchi candy. So we'll hopefully get some more pastel inchi candy. Well, she's inchi pastel candy. So what am I saying? Yeah, so they're both inchi. I mean, he's a super inchi, so we may even get some super inchi um, pastel, which he doesn't have pastel in it. Okay, but this, as I say, this female, she's a little nervous. She won't breed until next year. Okay, so let me put her back in her container. Now, as I said to you before, we can pair up that candy to an albino and we can make a Candino. Now I've got 3 female Candinos here. I'll pull out all 3. And I have got a question mark next to all of their name tags because I do suspect that there's something else in the gene and that it's not just a straight Candino. I believe that there could be a possible inchi Candino here. So this is a combination of albino and candy. Okay, but I do think there's a slight inchi influence there. I don't know. All right. Now I've got 2 that look pretty similar. This one and the one I've just pulled out. Okay. This is also a Candino. She's a little bit bigger. Okay. I also have got a question mark next to it. Now, guys, I got these snakes from a friend of mine that stopped breeding ball pythons, and his labeling system, I didn't hatch these out, so I would have known the exact genes if I'd bred these snakes myself. So there would be no question mark. He had the question mark. He didn't know. He couldn't remember what the male was, so he doesn't know if it's just a straight Candino or if there's something else in it. Okay, so we'll see. All right, so this is one of the females that's going to go for us next year, and they're all going straight. Well, I've actually got an yeah, they'll be going to that candy, and then this Candino here, which I think is stunning. She does need a tub change. She's turned over her water bowl. She's a lot darker. You can see the patterns compared to the other 2 are a little bit different as well. She also has a another, like a slightly inchy looking influence pattern to her. Okay, so she also has a question mark next to her, but she is not thick enough and heavy enough to breed. She looks long enough. She's old enough to breed, but she needs to be like that albino that I pulled out in the beginning in order to breed. As soon as I'm finished this video, she's knocked over her water tub. I'll put a older tub change there. Guys, we're also working on the Ultramel project. I've got a lot of projects on the go. I can't pull them all out. We've got Clown, we've got Desert Ghost, we're doing Pod. Not just single genes, okay? They are Desert Ghost, Pod, Clown, with a multitude of other genes in them. Some of them also recessive, and another recessive gene, and others with a lot of dominant and incomplete dominant genes, which just makes the snake look that much better. But now here's a beautiful snake, and I've got 3 of these boys here, but this is the only one that's up to size, and he's already paired up and locked up. Okay, and he's going straight to an albino. This is an Ultramel. This is an Ultramel 100% het albino. Okay, so Ultramel is a recessive gene, and so is albino. So that particular pairing, and I'll pull out the female now if she'll allow me to, we'll get albinos, 100% het Ultramels, or we'll get 100% double het Ultramel albinos. And here she is over here, and I just have to take it very carefully with her as well because she also ate last night. But you can see she is beautiful, she is massive, and she is up to size. This is a but lovely, big, just a single gene albino female, but she's going to be paired to an Ultramel 100% het albino, and then we're gonna go from there. I do have another 2 Ultramel het albino males, but they are not yet ready to breed. They will only be able to breed next season. So there we go. Very, very exciting stuff. Very, very exciting stuff. Let's see. All right. This is another snake here, which I'm actually quite taken by. It's a butter inchi red stripe. And she also ate last night, and she took on a huge meal. Okay. She is stunning, guys. Look at this. Butter inchi red stripe. I need to stand a bit further back, but my snake room is getting so cramped up now that it's almost too difficult to. She's a nervous one. I don't like to hold them. Let me just look at those colors there, and look how big she is. And she is pairing up to. Everything is going to be het desert ghost, but we've got a combination. I mean, red stripe is just amazing, and she's inchi butter red stripe. So we've got 3 great genes there. Red stripe being an unbelievable gene, and she's pairing up to this. All right. This is my prize desert ghost male. He's quite high with regards to the genetics. He's a pastel, spot nose pinstripe, desert ghost, 100% het harpo, 50% het cryptic. He is pairing up to a couple of 100% het desert ghosts that are ivory, as well as bamboo, pastel, spot nose, harpo, 100% het desert ghost. And then he's also pairing up to, because he's a big boy, he's about 1,200 grams, 1,300 grams. He can handle about five females. And he's also pairing up to a pinstripe harpo female, because he's 100% het harpo. So the goal there, and I'll show you that female, the goal there is to create, obviously get as many of the genes as possible, and then get visual harpos, because she's a visual harpo and he's 100% het harpo, but they're both pinstripe, okay, but he's got pastel and spot nose and she doesn't. She's just a pinstripe harpo. So what we want to get there are visual harpos, spot nose, pinstripe, 100% het desert ghosts. And harpo and desert ghost do very, very well together. And he has locked with her. They have had 2 successful locks. So that is a fantastic project. And then obviously all those hatchlings will be held back. And we will be pairing the siblings to each other. So we'll have head to head, or we'll actually take the father being a visual desert ghost, and we'll wait until the daughters have hit, because all the males will also be 100% het desert ghost, okay, but hopefully we have visual harpos. So what we'll have is 100% het desert ghost there as well, which makes common sense now to pair up the daughters back to the father, who is a visual desert ghost and 100% het harpo. So we could then get our desert ghost harpos mixed with pastel, spot nose, and pinstripe, if we're lucky. Guys, that's it. I want to wrap this video up. I wish I could make it a lot longer. If you haven't done so already, hit that like and subscribe. I'm sorry I've been a little bit slack on the videos lately. I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to do YouTube shorts to get the analytics going. it's kind of difficult. It's very strange. Like you do a 60-second short, and like my average viewing time is like between 20 and 30 seconds. It's crazy. I don't know if it's like non-snake people clicking on the videos and then just getting disinterested. But I believe that that is the way to kind of grow your channel. I am trying to grow the channel. I'm trying to, well, get as many subscribers as I can. Trying to promote ball python breeding. It's going through a really, really difficult patch at the moment. Guys, don't despair. We'll get better. Everything gets better. It's not the reptile industry that's having a problem at the moment. The entire world is having a problem at the moment. Okay, it's just a follow-on effect from that. Ball pythons aren't going anywhere. Reptiles aren't going anywhere. Okay, so we just feeling effects from the world economy, and everything will be back to normal, I reckon, in about a year or two. Yes, it does sound like a long time to wait, but if you can stick it out, you will reap the rewards later. Guys, as I said, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for watching. I will definitely do another video before the end of the weekend. It is Friday. I'm going to do another one on Sunday. I'm going to pull out a couple of other great snakes to show you. And that's it. So yeah, thank you. This is Carl from North Coast Constrictors. You can follow us on Instagram. We'll see you on the next video. Cheers.